Hello, everyone. It is I, James Plays Reviews, and I guess this one doesn't work anymore. I'm on a new live stream. So, today, I'm going to be telling you all about the projects we have planned for this year, starting with mine. Let's get started here. So, uh, of course, we are going to continue the Eggward Family Tree series. I have recently not been continuing it because I've been busy with family stuff, hanging out with my dad and all that, so I've not been able to continue the Eggward Family Tree series. Now, my original intentions for the series, what it would be, as shown by the trailer, Eggward talking about his relatives. But I thought now it could be more than that. Like, maybe it's a series not only about Edward telling about his relatives, don't worry, it'll still be about that, but it'll also tell about the adventures Edward and his family have. I mean, for example, I've already shown the birth of Edward's newest family member, baby Nebula. Um, and I'm gonna be featured in this series sometimes, like my character, James Plays Reviews, but other times it'll just be about Edward and his family. You got me? Then, we're also going to be doing videos about me in general. Like, as you know, my channel is about variety content, but it's also about the bros and gaming and all that. And I'm thinking to myself, that I should remain like that, not go too far out of the comfort zone. Like, keep things, I can do like variety content like Creekcraft or I would say Mr. Beast, but given his controversiality as of recent, I don't think that's a good idea. But you get my point. I want to do variety content, just not too varietable. So, that is why we have this channel, J Cinemas Transformers. For those of you who haven't seen it, I recommend you subscribe to it right now. It's I've currently made like one or two videos on it so far. I tried to make a video where I became like Popcross Studios. For those of you who don't know who that is, he's a YouTuber in Canada, real name Christian Pearson, and he used to make a whole ton of pop culture. As of recent, he started doing his own original stories, but I wanted to do something like that. So I'm going to do variety content on here. Whatever I'm thinking of, whatever I want to do. Variety content. Most of my content will be on the James Plays Reviews channel, but this is where I will do a lot of variety content. It will mainly, as the name of the channel suggests, it will be mainly focused on Transformers, but I'll also go like crazy with it. Do whatever I can on variety content. Whatever you guys want me to do, I will do on this channel. Whatever. And now for the other forms of story I'm trying to do. As you guys know, a year or two, I don't know how many years ago, I revealed that I had a Wattpad account. Now, I was embarrassed by this because we all know the reputation Wattpad has. And me being a family-friendly YouTuber, do not want my channel associated with it. But I decided to give it a shot, and I found that as long as you don't go looking for the bad stories, like if you type something bad in a search bar, of course Wattpad's gonna give you that sort of story. Just if you stick to typing what you want and make sure it's stories. Like, but anyway, I started writing my own stories on there. For example, I wrote Spider-Man and the Kid Symbiote, a story that I think some of you have already read. I've gotten some viewers on it. And for those of you who don't know what it is a story about Spider-Man, as the title suggests, and it has Spider-Man like meeting this kid. And the reason why I came up with the story is a long time ago, I was watching a video about symbiotes. And the video talked about Spider-Man meeting a kid named Michael, and Michael had a symbiote. And at first, I wanted the symbiote to be Toxin because in the video I watched, it talked about how Toxin had recently bonded to a kid named Bryn Waters, and uh, Bryn was a young child, like he was like a teenager, and Dylan was a bit older than him. Dylan Brock, Eddie Brock's son, but Bryn was like young, and it was all like we've never seen this happen. So I thought to myself, What if a younger child, someone between the ages of 6 and 10, got bonded to a symbiote? Meet Michael Ashters, a young child who is the son of a police officer and a well, I didn't know what to write his mother, and I had written a previous book called Descendant of Venom, where I made it because the first ever Wattpad book I'd ever kind of read was called The New Spider-Man, and it was about Spider-Man's son and all that. And he was like basically a self-insert character, Spider-Man's son. And so I made Michael's mother sort of a self-insert. She's like a blank slate. You can kind of insert yourself into being in her shoes. So that's cool. Then I got Team Spider-Verse. Now, Team Spider-Verse is one of my favorite stories I've ever written. In this story, Peter Parker, spectacular, the amazing, the whatever Spider-Man, gets trapped in ice after a battle with the Sinister Six. And what does that cause? Well, it causes him to miss his family's lives for years and years on end. He just stays trapped in that ice until next thing you know, it's almost the year 3000. Well, actually it is the year 3000. It's almost the year 4000. And when he wakes up, he's in a brand new world and he meets his descendants. And at first, he's horrified that he missed so much of his family's life. But then he's all like, but I have a chance now to make things right. And he decides to become that world's Spider Man. But then he finds that he's not used to the technology and he goes back to being depressed. So then he comes up with a new idea. If I can't be the Spider Man of my world, I will become the Spider Man of everyone else's. And he creates a team called Team Spider Verse, which is filled up with him, his descendants. Along the way, he gains teammate after teammate. I had some crossovers in there. I had a big event crossover. In fact, I won a Descendant of Venom. Anyway, I will be writing more stories on this. There will be season 2 of Team Spider-Verse or chapter 2 or whatever you want to call it. Then we have the misadventures of the bros. Now, one of my dreams growing up was I saw YouTubers making books. They would make book after book after book, and right now I'm not at the right popularity to make a book myself. And neither are the rest of the bros, and we know it. We're not at the right popularity. Us making a book is like a bad dream. It would be a nightmare. We'd have to find the right publisher and everything. And then I sat there and I thought to myself, I have a Wattpad account. We could just make a book there. So I'm going to start by writing on Microsoft Windows. As of recent, I've been getting a class that's been teaching me to take English lessons better. So now that my writing's gotten better, which if any of you have read my recent book, Spider-Man versus Spider-Man, you'd see that it indeed has gotten better. I'm going to start. We have started writing. We've already written the first 2 chapters. The Misadventures of the Bros. It's basically like the Bros going on magical, whimsy adventures, kind of like in the series, but unlike in the series, these adventures, well, we haven't even decided where they're headed. We just know that the Bros are gonna go on their whimsical adventures, and who knows what happens. We don't even know how many chapters we've left in this book. We've already gotten someone to make the book cover, so that will happen, but we don't know when they're gonna make it, and we don't know when we're gonna receive it. And they're not in a hurry, given they found out we haven't even found out how many chapters we want. And for other stories I plan on doing, go to either of these sites. MarvelComicsFandom.fandom.com/wiki/James Marvel Connected Universe, or DCComicsFandom.fandom.com/James DC Universe, or transfanon.fandom.com/Transformers Stories, or just the SMG4 Fanon Wiki, and I will let you know when I post on other sites. Or just follow my Wattpad at Super Fanfic Writer. I know it's a stupid name, but I chose it back when I didn't want people to know I wrote on the site publicly. Now that I do want you guys to know, go ahead and follow it. Now, as for the other Bros projects, the latest project I posted has been Home Alone. Now, I've noticed that you guys will give me views on and off. Sometimes you will give me views, other times you won't. It's a bit confusing, but whatever. It's whatevs. And I gotta say, that's okay. Like, these projects are being made for fun. I would like to make money off of them. If that becomes potential, it probably won't, given the quality of my content I'm trying to upgrade. But currently, I don't have a way to. I'm trying to up my artistry skills, but still don't have a way to. So, as of current, you're starting. Sorry about that. You're stuck with the slides videos. So until I can up the quality, here's what's going to happen with the Bros content. We are going to if you've noticed on the Bros channel, I've recently made a playlist called The Clones and Multiverse Saga. And well, if you don't remember, the last saga we made was, I believe it was called the Imposter Saga or something like that. It was the saga where Gerald and his group of friends, which were just like really similar characters to us, would tried to take over the channel or something like that. And well, for this saga, you've already probably seen him in No Scope Spider's Secret, but Frank Nuzzums, the former mayor, wants revenge. Why does he want revenge? You'll find out that soon. Why will you find that out soon? Because I don't want to reveal too many things at once. Now, the first project you guys are going to see is Clone Mayhem. I'm not going to give any too many plot details, just the description, which you guys will see when we get the video. Dr. Edward is gone on a You guys would know this if you saw the Bros 3 horror stories. So with him gone, James is left alone with his two clones, James Reviews 5 and James Gaming Reviews. Because he doesn't want to be accused of self-loathing, James is forced to hang out with them. So what better way to do so than with some cloning fun? And then the project after that is called The Visitor. It'll delve into more lore, and then we're gonna go with a bit of a Minecraft arc because guess what? Steve is returning! I am Steve. Then James Subscribe Project. Dumb Man. Something I am co-producing with him. For those of you who haven't seen the first episode, go watch it. But we will be making this series. Currently, we have a casting call club up. If you want to audition to play a character, I recommend you go to the casting call club. I will leave it as a link in the description later. But I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. These are all the projects we plan on doing. Well, not all of them, but these are the only ones I can show so far. I wanted to do this direct to start off 2025 correctly. As of recent, I just post videos whenever, and it feels like I have no real direction. I wanted to have a direction for this year. I wanted to show you guys that I had a plan, that I have had a plan. And I wanted to stop hiding this plan from the other bros. The only reason why I had hide them is we were practically the only ones watching each other's videos, and telling each other about these plans was basically spoiling everything. So, from now on, no more keeping secrets from them, but keeping some slight secrets from you guys. I'll post more projects later, and I hope you enjoyed this stream. See you all next time. Bye!